Hi guys, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. We're here with the preview for Bournemouth versus Newcastle on Saturday. Newcastle looking to either get into the top 10 or get away from the relegation battle. It depends on which way you look at it. Newcastle can move up to 37 points and will move above Bournemouth on goal difference if they can get a big, well, just even a 1-0 win at Bournemouth. It's the longest trip for all the Newcastle fans, so safe journey to all the Newcastle fans that are making the trip down there. Hopefully the team can reward them with 3 massive points. Newcastle look like they're going to have to make at least 2 changes, maybe even 3 changes going into this game. Fabian Schär, with a 10th yellow card this season, he's going to be probably replaced. You would have thought by Fernandes, because they're quite similar, both like bringing the ball out. So he's definitely one player I would expect to be brought back in if Jamal Lascelles isn't fit. I think Lejeune will be in the defence as well because of the fact he's been really consistent since he's been brought back in the team from his injury. It just depends on Lascelles. Is he fit? Is he not? I think if he isn't fit, I think Paul Dummett slips straight in the left-sided central defender. I don't see Rafa going 5 at the back for this game. I don't think he'll go 4 at the back. I think he'll go 5 at the back. I think he'll play it safe. I think a point's better than nothing, especially against a Bournemouth side who, you know, they'll probably say they still need one more win to stay in the division. But a point will definitely be something taken to the fact that we've only got a few games left this season and Cardiff are still 6 points behind us. So there is that relegation battle thought probably still in the back of Rafa Benitez's mind. And Newcastle also maybe looking to making a change in midfield. Jonjo Shelvey is really pushing for a start against Bournemouth, especially the fact that Key didn't play as well. So does Key partner Isaac Hayden or does Jonjo Shelvey partner Isaac Hayden? I think there'll definitely be a lot of people that will say Jonjo Shelvey needs to start because he played so well last week. But I see Rafa Benitez playing Key Sung-Yueng in the midfield with Isaac Hayden. I think Shelvey's definitely someone that you can bring on later on in the game who can make a massive impact, because some of the balls, like the Hollywood balls that he can play, if he can do that with the pace of Almiron and Perez and Rondon late in the game, if it's still tight, I think could be the difference of Newcastle getting something to take back to the northeast. I think Key's more that's a safe pair of feet rather than a safe pair of hands for this occasion. Newcastle haven't won an away game since Huddersfield in December, when Solomon Rondon scored in one of the best team goals of this season. It's definitely something that we need to capitalise and make sure that we can bring something back to the northeast, as I've mentioned. But Almiron, Perez and Rondon are on fire at the minute. Almiron, since he's come in, has been a revelation. Perez can't stop scoring, and Rondon's linking up well with the pair of them and getting on the score sheet as well. So it's only looking positive going forward against a Bournemouth side. You know, Bournemouth, for me, have been quite inconsistent. They beat Chelsea 4-0 and then haven't won a game in 5. Well, they've won 1 of the last 6. They beat Huddersfield last week, which depends which way you look at it. It's a good win away from home, but our Bournemouth expected it to beat a team like Huddersfield who, you know, are already down. So it depends which way you look at it, I suppose. Bournemouth main players, I would say Ryan Fraser, who's been a real handful for fullbacks in particular. He'll probably be on the left-hand side against Andre Yedlin, who has had tough times against pacey wingers. I think he had a poor game against Wolves, and you know, might be similar that he has a bit of a battle on his hands against Fraser, who's been an assist king for Bournemouth this season. You know, for the likes of Josh King, another pun, Rob, and also for Callum Wilson. So definitely want to watch out. And also Callum Wilson's been on fantastic form. Another England call-up for Callum Wilson, which is well deserved. Has to be mentioned. So definitely a couple of players that we have to look out for. But defensively, Bournemouth are a little bit all over the place, it has to be said. They got a clean sheet last week, but they've conceded more goals than Huddersfield, and Huddersfield bottom and losing pretty much every week. So it's definitely something that we have to capitalise on, and Eddie Howe has to make sure that his tactics are spot on, because if they don't, Newcastle can definitely come away with something from this game. I do expect Newcastle to score in this game, saying that because Bournemouth are very, very poor at the back. A side note on Eddie Howe, you know, I personally think that Rafa Benitez is the best manager in the Premier League if you take away the top 6 clubs. If you take away like that big league in this, our mini league of 14 teams, I think Benitez is the best manager tactically. But one of the other managers you'd have to say is up there is Eddie Howe. Could he get a top 6 job in the future? I think definitely a candidate for it. It's just whether that one of the clubs, you know, Tottenham have always been rumoured with them. Maybe even Chelsea, if they were to sack Maurizio Sarri, is something to look at, because you know, consistently for Bournemouth, they're always safe and they're always comfortably safe, and they've been in the top half as well. So for me, Eddie Howe has to be considered for one of the big jobs. But is he better than Rafa? No. Would I take him over Rafa? No. So that's another thing to be mentioned as well. But a quick prediction, I'm going to go for Bournemouth 1, Newcastle 1. I think we'll get a point. I think we'll score, but I just have no faith that Ryan Fraser, Josh King or Callum Wilson cannot really stay off the score sheet. I think defensively we'll probably give them a couple of chances, and I think they'll eventually take one. But I definitely would take a point away from home. It keeps the unbeaten run going slightly, and it just means that we'll be a point closer to the target of staying in this division next season. So yeah, definitely something that we need to hope that we can get something from this game. Yeah, get your comments in below. How do you see this game going on Saturday? This is one of the only games that Newcastle Fans TV will not be going to this week. It's been, I think we've only missed the Watford game, which is in the middle of Christmas, which is always difficult to get time off. But yeah, if you go into the game, tell us what you think of the team and how they played. We'll obviously still do our videos over the weekend. We'll still have a review and a player ratings. And also, a side note, there's if you can vote for us for the blogging awards, that we're trying to get some sort of mention, if we can be in the category such as Redmen TV, Full Time Devils, Arsenal Fan TV. You know, that would be fantastic for the channel. You know, if you feel that we're delivering good content for you, we are the only Newcastle United fan channel that give daily content, you know, compared to other channels. So, you know, if you feel that we're doing just yourselves, the fans justice, then please vote for us. There'll be a link in the description, and something will be added on the end of this video. So like and subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV. We're trying to get 20,000 subscribers by before the end of the year. So if you know anybody that wants to subscribe, please get us to that 20,000 mark as soon as possible. But we'll all see you at the game on Saturday. Thank you.
Vote in the Football Blogging Awards 2019. We'd love to get your vote on 3 categories. The first one is being the best club content creator. Here at Newcastle Fans TV, we have a video uploaded every day, and we're one of the only few channels to be at the majority of away games and every single home game. We also produce some of the best away vlogs out there. Vote for us for the best vlogger. And also finally, the best social media account. The lads on Facebook and Twitter are inundated with updates from every single day from Newcastle United news. Vote for us, link is in the description. Just to be in the same room as the likes of the Red Men, Arsenal Fan TV and Full Time Devils means the world to us. Thank you.